I have had a varied work background and a varied academic background. I started when I was 15 in historic costume, selling tickets and giving guided tours. And over the years, I've moved up and specialized in different things. I came over to Scotland after I finished my degree in museum and gallery education. And I actually came over from Canada, and I had about $500 in my pocket and no plans. I did an interview in Inverness, I got a job, and I ended up working for the Highland Council at the time in their museum service. And after a while there, I found the opportunity of working at Culloden Battlefield, and I applied for work there. But I think the reason why I got there was because of my on-the-ground knowledge and my varied background, because the more experience and the different experiences that you have, the more appealing you can be to an employer.
I've always been interested in Brodie Castle, and I've always came here as a visitor. My granny and granda both worked here for the actual Brodies and were here at the time that the National Trust took over, so it's always a place that's been close to my heart and I've always visited. And I don't know why I never ever thought about volunteering or inquiring about jobs here before, because it was always, let's say, somewhere I did come and spend quite a bit of time. I seen a job advertised for a housekeeping assistant when I was not working in 2012, and I sent a CV and the rest is history. I've been here since.
Each part of a historic site or a museum has to support the other parts. So if there's nobody else to do it, or if it needs to be done and you're there to help, you have to pitch in. And I think that's the key to working in this type of industry, is that you have to be willing to put your hand to everything and anything. It makes it exciting, so you can be washing dishes one day if the necessary need arises, or you can be building sort of complex strategies and plans. It's about being inclusive and about being able to turn your hand to just about anything.
I think when I applied for a job as a housekeeper, I didn't realise what being a housekeeper in a castle entails. So we have to learn all about the care of the collections. We've had to learn about the Hanwell system, which monitors the humidity levels in rooms, the temperatures, how to properly care for items that are so old. It's been a bit of a fascinating journey, really, because it wasn't at all what I expected to be doing, and I've learned so much over the years that I've been here.
I've done a lot of learning over the past couple of months. I was the property manager at Culloden Battlefield and Visitor Centre, and I've moved into this interim operations role. And a lot of that is about scaling up, about understanding finance and budgets, and understanding how it all fits together, and how somebody buying a sausage roll in the cafe can actually mean that we can run education programs or arts programs, or do conservation work, or make sure, the trees are healthy and the daffodils are coming up. And for me, that was my biggest learning curve.
A good experience for me was being involved with the opening of the Playful Garden. I think I learned a great deal in that time, and it was an amazing opportunity to be here from the very first meeting, where it was just a garden with nothing in it, to being here on the opening day when it was all ramataz and great.
I've made a choice to stay in the Highlands. And I think when you make a choice to stay in the Highlands, you're choosing to be flexible in the way that you work. And I've gone from being an education specialist, which I am, to now I run a castle.
Well, when I first came here, I didn't really even think much of a career journey, because I just wanted a little job to get me out the house. And I think I started on a contract of like 6 or 8 hours a week. And now I'm full-time head housekeeper, and I would say, gained some ambition from being here, and got interested in lots of different activities and departments, and I kind of can jump around them all, and do think that there may be chances in the future to go on and do something else and not just stay being the head housekeeper for the rest of my life.
Being willing to go with the changes, being willing to take opportunities as they arrive, and being willing to adapt and find the things that you enjoy in a different way of working has been really important. So if you're flexible, if you're driven, If you work well with others and you really enjoy teamwork, then you can stay in the Highlands and you can have great careers here.
We've got people who haven't even begun a career yet and who are heading off to university and things. A couple of the young ones that were here when I first came have now gone on to have really good jobs. And one of them is still working for the National Trust. When I first came here, he was like a little tea room boy that was quite shy and now he's still working for the Trust on a responsible project. It's a good place to be, and I think there is amazing opportunities for young people to start at the Trust and then progress on to great things.